Hello, everyone. Can you all see me? I am Nick Marinelli, and I am, at this moment, the executive director of MAGFest Inc. And I also have Mr. Dominic Cerquetti joining me. Hey,
What's up?
no, me, hold on a second. Uh, all right. I have kind of a janky setup here with Dom phoned in, so let me know if there's any feedback from Don. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in to the Fireside. If you haven't tuned into one of these before, the Fireside Chat is a monthly video stream where MagFest leadership gives updates over the past month, uh, where we've been, where we are, where we're going. Uh, bouncing. Uh, Adam says I should specify one place for text chat. Bouncing between uh, Slack and YouTube might be confusing. Um, if you have Slack, please use the Fireside chat channel in Slack. Otherwise, if you don't have Slack, the YouTube channel is fine. Um, if you have questions, please use the form there. It's tough for me to keep up with the stream chat as it goes. So I check that question form at the end of my prepared notes. Well, I don't really have anything prepared today, um, and then answer the questions then. Also, I guess if Don is around, he can also yell at me if there's like, Nick, you should check something. But yeah, so yesterday afternoon, I announced that I'll be taking an indefinite leave of absence from my position at MagFest. Um, what the fuck is a leave of absence? It means I need some time away from from MagFest. Could be 3 months, could be 6 months, could be a year. I don't know. The I'm quite proud of what we've all accomplished together here, and I know it's gonna just keep getting better, but I don't quite have the endurance to keep doing it, and uh, I kind of need a period of time for it to just not be on me. Um, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words now. Normally you can never get me to stop talking, but yeah, I've been doing this for I've been with Magfest for going on 15 years now. Well, maybe not quite that much. It'll be my 15th Magfest coming up. Um, but yeah, I've seen Magfest grow from it was 500 people when I started, um, and it was all a bunch of white dudes, and it's evolved into just a beautiful crowd, 23,000 people, thousand over 1,000 volunteers. We got 5 events. Um, I'm really proud of what we've accomplished together. Um, and I'm thankful that you all gave me the chance to to be your leader. 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I, I I asked Dom out for coffee. I said, "All right, Dom, you're doing it wrong. Give me the controller." And he he obliged, uh, And so we did reorg, we did hiring, and we've come a hell of a way. And yeah, it's definitely been. I've been working here for 4 years, and it's been tumultuous. Always a positive uh, curve or slope or whatever, but you know, always stressful. And I've learned a lot about myself, and I've grown a lot thanks to some very real input from a lot of people. Um, and yeah, the letters and the HR assessment were a draining thing. Um, but like there's just another thing on the pile. If you all didn't tune into the BOD Fireside a couple weeks ago, um, Eli had gone over the assessment that our HR person had done of the letters that came in. Uh, she had interviewed former employees, current employees, myself, volunteers, board members, um, and found that while I hadn't acted particularly inappropriately, there were definitely some HR things, some HR processes, policies that could be improved in the office, and we were already working on them, but she had some extras to add. So it's a relief to have that chapter behind us. Um, Unfortunately, that particular HR consultant, Tracy, has taken a full-time job. The consulting world wasn't quite right for her. She had actually always been uh, a full-time person at companies, and she had a short stint in consulting with MAGFest being one of her clients. Um, but we already have a new person coming in, and she's not a contractor. She's part-time, and she's local. Jasmine Stevens. She's based out of near Annapolis, Edgewater. I want to say that's probably not right, but yeah, Jasmine's great, and so she'll be starting in a couple weeks, and she'll be picking up where Tracy left off with getting a lot of our internal office HR stuff up to date. Uh, I can't imagine that should be really volunteer facing unless volunteers had a complaint about an employee. She'd be the person to talk to, but for the most part, she's going to be working um, on internal business stuff. Um, so yeah, a couple weeks ago, I had asked the who did I ask? Who was the first person I talked to? Was it Dom and then Paul? Uh, did I hear Dom talk? Uh, like, hey, I need a break, and I need you all to take some time to try and figure stuff out without me. They graciously accepted and told the rest of the employees shortly thereafter. Um, and they're sad, but they're strong, and they'll keep going. And I'm not going to be I'm not going to vaporize. Um, I'll be out of here August 1st, but I'll still be on Slack. I'll still be on email. You can still call me. You can still text me, hang out with me, or whatever. Um, I gotta get myself off all lists. That's for sure. So I'm not getting every email of the organization. Uh, uh, I just won't be really leading or managing or making decisions. Won't be actively involved in anything, but you can always ask for my advice. There's still things we've already committed to that I'm happy to help with. Some biz dev events for me to attend, some mag hosted stuff, at Gen and West and Artscape and whatnot. Um, so I won't be far. And in the meanwhile, the office is really stepping up to pick up some things, and we're turbocharging through our hiring. Unfortunately, we wanted to get much of this hiring done like 3 months ago, but the letter threw a bit of a wrench in that, and also uh, Tracy's new position slowed that down a lot as well. So now we're trying to really pick that back up. Uh, I think I mentioned I've definitely mentioned before. Like I've talked to the board back in like December of thoughts about me moving on, um, and before I got recharged in February, then lost it again. But yeah, like for the past 6 months now, board has been asking me about my blind spots. If there would be a new executive director, um, what would their duties be? It was clear that the role of the executive director right now is a lot of things at once. Um, and so I'm now kind of standing adjacent to that conversation and being an active participant as the office and the board are talking about that together. And if anybody out there has thoughts on, I guess what obviously what they think the executive director should do, but also um, some of the things that I did particularly well. Not to pump up my ego, but like the tasks that you saw getting done, that you're like, yes, please continue getting those done. And also the blind spots, the stuff that you saw not getting done. That's important as we kind of think about that. And quite frankly, like if people know experts in nonprofit management out there, it is not out of line for if I'm going to up and fuck off for an unspecified period of time, for MAGFest to say, you know what, we think we can find someone else to do this. Like that, I would be understanding and would help every step of the way. Because the success of MAGFest is a lot more important to me than my title in MAGFest or even my employment with them. Um, God. I don't really have much else to say. Dom, you have thoughts?
Yeah, I don't really have too much to add, except I just want to say a big freaking thank you, Nick, because I threw this guy into a crazy situation. Maybe you'd been working for MAGFest as a volunteer for a long time, and wait, is my camera working? There, okay, great. Weird. It's so strange. I'm watching the Fireside chat link over on this side, and it's like 10 seconds delayed, and it's got me on it. It's very strange. Um, there was a time when I was just like, all right, I need the best person I can find, and I need to hire him yesterday. And that was Nick. And we basically invented a position to get Nick there because I thought he was the best guy at the time for MAGFest. And I think when I stepped down as executive director, Nick picked up a huge pile of messes that I had left and filled out the organization in ways that I was incapable of doing. So, just if everybody in the chat could please do a golden axe for Nick, golden axe salute here. That would be awesome. So just thank you, Nick. You have set this organization on an awesome path. And I don't know how the fuck we could have done any of this without you. And everybody's got big shoes to fill after this, that's for sure. But if there's one thing that like I've just consistently seen from this organization or the people in it is just like they're going to jump into any challenge, kick ass, and like as long as people want to keep going and want to keep doing epic shit, there will be people around and we'll just keep kicking it and kicking it down the road. until we burn out in the atmosphere because we miscalculated something. So, but yeah, just that's what I have to say, really.
Thank you. Uh, uh, the stream started. The Celeste music was playing in the background. I thought it very fitting. Um, as you go through the game, you encounter your dark side. It tells you you're not a mountain climber. You'll never make it to the top. And you power through and you get there. And I was thinking today, you know, I'm I'm not a mountain climber. I couldn't make it, so I couldn't do it. I had to cut out. But I realized, no, fuck that. I, we have done fucking incredible things in the past 2 years, and like if you look at the treadmill of life, there's no fucking summit of the mountain. There will always be more. And looking at where we are right now, it's just it's absolutely amazing. Um, and again, this I won't be far, and we don't know if this will be forever. Um, could be after a few months, figured out like, oh, I just really hate hiring people and firing people. Let's get someone else to do that. Oh, I just really hate having to be the person that says whether or not you know uh, tell someone no on something because it always tears me up. Yeah, maybe part things out, figure out what people are best at, see what unicorns come out of the woodwork. Um, if people have any questions at all, I haven't seen anything pop up in the Fireside chat question form yet. Um, but I'm excited. Um, I'm doing everything I can to make sure that the rest of the office um, doesn't get left high and dry in the wake of this. For the most part, the rest of the office has been running the events. Um, I didn't do much at Super Mag last year, other than fight fires, and I met with a lot of accounting firms that came so that I could show them the event as I was interviewing which firm we should get. Um, but yeah. Uh, someone said you are a mountain climber. Climbed a lot of mountains, and you've helped so many people up the mountain with you. I couldn't have done it without all of you. Thank you. Um, if I could get a little real for a moment here, not already real. Um,
I was going to say, you're pretty real right now. But anyway, yeah, go for it.
um, we're, we're looking to get more leaders in here, and especially in the office, executive director or whatnot, hiring more people. Uh, as much as the letters um, weren't the sole reason, they did take a toll on me. Um, so I have a request to the people, to the general community. Sorry if this comes off as rash or whatever, but like when the office is working stuff, you you just gotta trust them, and like you gotta get off their fucking back and assume that their motives are positive and like they're not trying to fuck people over. They're working as hard as they can. They're not kicking out music division heads because they're greedy or whatever. Like everyone is working their ass off and trying to be as open as possible about everything. And we can't do it unless we all work together. And for the most part we do. And please, whenever you're angry about something, whenever something doesn't feel right, there isn't someone that feels good about the thing that you feel bad about. And whatever it is, they want to work on it together to fix it. So please start from a position of good faith whenever something just doesn't seem right to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I worry a bit about bringing people on because like basically the week that Tracy was supposed to start, like all that shit came out. When Ashley came on board, um, she, she was doing some great stuff, and she got a lot of fucking flack for it. For God forbid, asking people to respect each other on Slack. Um, that really tore her up. But that was a while ago. Um, so I just want to make sure that as we welcome new people in the community, that we're all keeping in mind how we all do one's best. Okay, I gotta stop talking now. There was another question. Uh, I guess this is for Dom. This is a question from the board. Please elaborate on what will be done to support the office staff in this transition.
There we go, microphone. Okay. Yeah. So obviously, the very first thing that's happening, and this has been happening a lot already, is we've been talking like crazy to the office, collaborating on a bunch of different ideas and brainstorming of plans and stuff like that. I don't have anything super specific to report tonight, except ideas have been tossed around and are being seriously considered, like hiring more people, shuffling around some roles. Um, it's also against a backdrop of things we have been kind of working on before this. So like there's some ideas about board structure and committees, and just like every idea is on the table right now. Most important thing, and I hope we have to repeat a few times sometimes, which is totally fine. It's just like number one thing is like what office, what do you need, how do we help, what do we do, and basically go knock down those doors and like get obstacles out of the way. Because those guys are the experts. Like, okay, so like I used to be the executive director, but like it's been what 2 years or something. So I barely know anything that's going on inside of the office. And the correct answer is you guys are the ones effectively, in the end of the day, running MAGFest. What resources do you need to do your jobs and like, sort of both define the future of the organization, execute different plans like that. Um, so yeah, so the conversations I think, as you guys can imagine, are happening. And as we figure it out a little bit more, that conversation is going to widen and widen and widen to include more and more groups of people. Probably start with board and office and expand that to the board committees and division heads and event leadership and on and on it goes. So I would say expect a lot of like fireside chat type stuff, announcements, emails from the board and office and stuff as we kind of keep you up to date with what we're thinking about. If you guys have ideas, suggestions, just throw that shit at us. It would be great. And yeah, I think that's most what we have to report tonight. Somebody said Deb is a champion. Yes. I want to give a shout out to Jack and Emily too. Fuck yeah. And Bill.
Yeah, Emily has been a great addition to the office team. She's only part time, but she's also working a full time job elsewhere on top of this. I don't know how she does it, and I think she's also running Anime USA. Um, God, yeah, check out the accounting questions channel, um, and I think that there's like a Notion page posted in there. Notion's our volunteer portal. Um, Notion page posted in there with all the policies and such. So I'm working on. I'm trying to think if there's any other news coming up. What the hell month is it? It's July. We got BitGen coming up. That's on 27th, July 27th. That's at the Audubon in Baltimore. It's like 14 video game bands, video game inspired bands. Um, MAGWest is coming up September 13th through 15th in San Jose, and it's I'm really proud of the West team. Like it is turning out exactly how I wanted West to turn out with these people behind the wheel here, um, and I'm really excited for this year. Also, pool party. Bad news. We're not doing the billboard at Artscape this year uh, because of a mix-up with the billboard owners and the people who run Artscape. Um, just the we can't use the space. That's weird, unfortunate. But Matt Beal is working on a project with with some other Baltimore people to open up a pop up gaming event during Artscape at what's it? Red Emma's? Is that what it's called? On the factory.
Are we allowed to talk about this yet? I think so. It's in like a week, right? I'm pretty sure.
All right. Well, okay. If it works
No,
out, it might not work out. Yeah, the whole thing may get shit.
No, I legitimately think we can mention it. Yeah, it's at the North Ave Market. There's a business owner there that wants to open a arcade type venue, and MAGFest is jumping in to help get it started. And it's kind of a first for us to. This is sort of like the test version is coming up this at Artscape, and we want to help this thing exist in the world without perhaps having to run it ourselves. So it's really cool. This is like this category of project that we could be doing that helps promote our mission, and it doesn't even have to be MAGFest directly, like related, operating, owning it, anything like that. So, make the world a better place with video games. That's the mission. Yeah, Scribble's mentioning we have a 2-day Mages Summit, September 6th to the 7th at MICA, also in Baltimore. Sort of a first standalone Mages thing. That's very cool.
MICA is the Maryland Institute College of Art. It's an art school right off North Avenue, Mount Royal in Baltimore. Um, Same area arts is. And yes, it's a standalone Mages event. Scribbles has been working on it. Tim McNeil has been working on it. I forget who else has been. Um, Music and Gaming Educational Showcase. It, no, it's a symposium. Music and Gaming Educational Symposium. Um, I don't know what the Scribbles. If there's like a website or some kind of document that's got details for schedules and locations and whatnot, yeah, please make sure to get that posted, put up somewhere. Yeah, that's 2 months away. We should start uh, planning that.
Hey, can I
Bill
completely interrupt
Henson
the meeting for a
uh,
moment?
very kindly asks, what can we do to support the office while changes happen? That's a very good question. And I'll see if anybody in the office is chilling in chat. Um, Feel free to pipe in. Um, I think one thing that would help is as you're planning for Super Mag, um, you have needs that are coming up, and uh, don't feel like you have to like bite your tongue, and be like, oh, you're too worried. I think we'd prefer to know um, what your needs are and what your timelines are, so that we have an idea of like the schedule that you would optimally like to work with, um, rather than just kind of waiting and seeing stuff go by the wayside. Um, uh, more division level help is welcome, and Deborah is talking to potential people that want to help at that level. So ping, ping, I guess Deborah. I think I don't know where her form is. If someone has the division head application form, please post that. But Deborah is a point person for if you want to help out at the division level. Um, what else can people do to support? Um, Make sure you get your tally in on time. Um, mm,
I have kind of a random suggestion for that. And all that stuff, hyper important and probably the most useful for the office crew. The other thing I would say is for everyone to actively practice and sharpen up just sort of general leadership and people skills. Like, and that's not to say anybody's doing anything bad. It's just like there's so much to learn. And if anybody goes out and does some research, finds some good books, stuff you like or recommend, um, sort that up. Let's get some kind of like, I don't know, like I mean, you've all heard me rant about a book called Tribal Leadership. That was awesome. Got another one that was recommended that's very cool called Crucial Conversations. Uh, and that book is about like just some kind of block and tackling for having difficult conversations and having everybody come out the other side really well. So just like if everyone in the organization was an expert on that, we'd be completely unstoppable. So level up. That's your duty. I charge you with this. Um, I don't know. There's some stuff like that.
no, yeah,
Uh,
that crucial
yeah.
conversations is a good point, because one thing that can help is if everybody does their part in not tolerating toxic behavior. Uh, if you see someone is acting like an asshole, privately mention to them that they are acting like an asshole. Um, if someone is um, has issues and isn't being productive in the way they try to get those issues addressed, if they are starting a flame war, rather than um, trying to offer suggestions, trying to offer to help out themselves, right? That person's attitude. Um, and if you are a supervisor of someone who is just simply not doing that, you should feel empowered to release that person from the organization if they just can't respect other people. Though ideally, we don't have to do that, and people learn how to communicate and how to get along. Which, my God, have they? Uh, I remember a couple years ago, uh, a volunteer in Slack. I think that they probably know who they are. Had messaged me and talked about how like the Slack toxicity was really getting to them, keeping off Slack. And in the past couple of years, it's like a completely different platform now, and I feel it's just so much better to be on. And I'm uh, so appreciative of everyone just contributing to that. Uh, and also appreciative of their patience as I had to trim the azaleas every now and then. But yeah, oh god. With unless you had anything else, Dom, I was gonna move this over to the what do you call it?
Yeah. I think we can take it over to
So
that.
I'm gonna paste the meet link in uh, in Slack, and if anyone happens to be in the YouTube chat, and actually hold on a second, let me give them more complete joining info.
There we go. I think we can do that.
FYO. All right. FYO. Uh, uh, if so, all right, let me make sure that everyone knows the FYO story here because
Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta.
keep saying it. It does not mean fuck your opinion. FYO, I'll tell the story as fast as I can here. I used to work at a GameStop back in college, high school, or it was in EB Games. And one day this lady comes in, and she says, "Hi, I'm looking for a game for my daughter." Had her daughter with her. Looking for something for the GameCube. I'm open to whatever suggestions you have, as long as it doesn't have magic in it. And I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, sure. Like we can work with that. Go over the GameCube section. Show her this, that. I'm like, there's this game right here. It's got a little bit of magic in it, but just a little. It's not gonna hurt anyone. This, that. She says, okay, thank you. She looks through the games. I go back doing what I was doing at the counter. She picks her game, comes up. I check her out. She pays. Walks. She walks through the door, stops, turns around, and says to me, "FYO, magic is real and it is dangerous." Now, I don't know, maybe if she was maybe a Wiccan or fundamental Christian or something. I don't know. Her religion is her religion, and I respect that. That's what makes this country great. You can believe what you want to believe. But the thing that has kept me awake at night for the past 15 years is that I have no idea what the fuck FYO means. Thank you. All right. Let me. So yeah, please
Cool
use
story, bro.
FYO in common conversation instead of FYI from now on. Um, I'm going to paste the. Oh, do not close that. I'm going to paste the joining info again in Slack. And if someone in Slack who is also watching the YouTube channel, please post this info on the YouTube chat as well. Um, yeah. All right. Thank you all. I will see you in the meet.
My food's here. I'll be right back. Perfect timing.